Imagine you have two partners living inside your mind. One is lightning fast, intuitive, emotional, but often wrong. The other is slow, logical, careful, but lazy. This isn't science fiction. It's Nobel Prize-winning psychology from Daniel Kahneman. In this video, we'll dive deep into his groundbreaking book, Thinking, Fast and Slow, a book that reveals how your brain tricks you every single day, in money, love, work, and even what you eat for breakfast. If you want to understand your own mind better than 99% of people, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and smash that like button. Because what you're about to hear will change how you think forever. We begin with part 1, 2 systems. Kahneman introduces the core idea of the entire book. Your mind runs on 2 systems. System 1 is fast, automatic, and effortless. It reads emotions on faces, drives your car on an empty road, and makes snap judgments like, I like this, or that's dangerous. Without a single conscious thought, System 2 is slow, deliberate, and effortful. It's the part that solves 1724, writes a serious email, or stops you from yelling when you're furious. Here's the problem. System 1 is always in control, and System 2 is usually asleep at the wheel. Did you know your brain detects an angry face in less than 1/10 of a second? But it takes System 2 nearly 5 full seconds to question. Maybe they're just tired. In one famous experiment, people who held a heavy clipboard later judged a job candidate as more serious and a task as more difficult, just because their hands felt weight. Your body shapes your thoughts without you even noticing. And worst of all, System 1 hates mental effort, so it invents quick answer, even when they're wrong. And System 2, it usually just says, sure, sounds good, and goes back to sleep. Now, moving to part 2, heuristics and biases. Once you understand the 2 systems, Kahneman shows how System 1 constantly creates illusions to make sense of a chaotic world. Your brain doesn't just think, it tells stories. Why do we call a pilot a hero if he lands safely after a storm, but ignore thousands of pilots who land safely every day in calm weather? That's the narrative fallacy. We judge decisions by their outcomes, not by the quality of reasoning behind them. In another stunning experiment, researchers served the exact same wine to 2 groups, but labeled one bottle as expensive. People didn't just say the expensive wine tasted better, they actually showed more activity in pleasure centers of the brain. Price changed perception, not the wine. And here's a classic. Would you buy ground beef labeled 90% lean? Most people say yes. But if it's labeled 10% fat, many say no, even though it's identical. This is framing. The way information is presented changes your choice completely, and you fall for it every single day. Next, part 3, overconfidence and the illusion of understanding. Here, Kahneman turns to money, risk, and emotion. Why do we make terrible financial decisions? Because feelings override logic. Losing $100 hurts far more than gaining $100 feels good. This is loss aversion, and it's why investors hold on to losing stocks for years, hoping to break even. And does money buy happiness? Yes, but only up to about $75,000 a year. After that, extra income barely moves the needle. Why? Because your brain adapts. A new car, a bigger house, a promotion, they feel amazing at first, then become your new normal. True happiness isn't about more money. It's about time, relationships, and peace of mind. Then comes part 4, choices. This section reveals how we make decisions under uncertainty and how easily we're misled. If a doctor says, this surgery has a 90% survival rate, most people agree to it. But if they say there's a 10% chance of death, many refuse, even though it's the exact same statistic. We're not rational calculators, we're easily framed. Your brain also misjudges probabilities. You fear plane crashes and terrorist attacks, rare events blown up by media, while ignoring everyday killers like sugar, smoking, or sitting too long. System 1 remembers vivid stories, not statistics. So you overestimate the dramatic and underestimate the deadly. Finally, part 5, Two Selves. Kahneman ends with a profound question. Who are you? Really, he argues, we each have two selves. The experiencing self lives in the present moment. The remembering self judges our past and shapes future choices. And shockingly, the remembering self is in charge. In a powerful medical study, patients undergoing painful colonoscopies were divided into two groups. One had a shorter procedure, the other had a longer one, but with less pain at the end. Guess which group remembered it as less awful? The longer one? Why? Because the ending shaped the memory. Your brain doesn't average pain or joy. It focuses on peaks and endings. That's why a vacation ruined by a bad last day feels worse than a mediocre trip that ended beautifully. Now you hold the secret map to your own mind. You know the two players, the traps they set, and how to fight back. But remember, knowledge alone isn't enough. Wisdom is applying it. So share this video with someone who needs to see it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and like this video, so we can keep bringing you life-changing insights like this. Because understanding your mind is the first step to making choices you'll never regret. Thanks for your time. See you in the next video.